Happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Change Your Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Got a great show tonight. Tonight we'll be discussing, did they teach you this in school? Go ahead, everybody scratching their head in this show like, damn, I really didn't give a damn. You know, super excited about doing this show. But, you know, before we start our show, I want to say what's up to my awesome producers, DJ Lab and Sweet 316.
Thursday, brother.
Hey, man, happy Thursday.
And rough Thursday, rough start to the Thursday, but we made it through.
Then whole power out.
Whole power.
Hey, you know, I was tired as hell, man, because I stopped working last night probably about 1:30, 2 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
I wake up, it's about 6. I usually wake up at 6:30 to get my kids up. Well, a little early than that. Long story short, I woke up, quote unquote, late.
Right.
At 7.
Okay.
To get the kids up. I'm like, damn. No damn power on.
Right.
So I'm looking and everything, get the kids, hey, y'all. And I had to just, you know, use my phone to email the teachers. That's when then I got the text in from Georgia Power, massive power outages and stuff like that. So, okay, cool. So, man, to be honest with you, I actually used the day to kind of just let my batteries show up, man. I was tired. I've been going so hard for the past month and a half, man. I needed those couple of hours, man.
Right.
So I laid it down, woke up around about 12:30.
So you went back to bed.
Yeah, man. I'm talking about just, man. I mean, I woke up like RoboCop. I was like, cool, because your boy been drained. I've been drained, but I needed it and everything.
Right.
So I hope everybody was safe and sound through the storm and everything. And, you know, is it most people back with power and everything?
Yeah.
Okay, so good.
Yeah.
Glad everybody got power restored and everything. But I went outside, man. My whole yard was a mess.
Really?
With everything, branches and stuff. You know, I got a lot of trees in my yard.
Okay.
And everything. So branches and everything, just it was crazy. So I'm glad, you know, slept through that and everything. You know.
I know, right?
Yeah, but got an awesome show planned for tonight, man. I'm real excited about tonight's show. I think we'll have a good discussion in regards to it. So again, we're discussing did they teach you this in school? You know, as always, we start the show off with, you know, revisit the previous week. Again, we're still in the middle of the pandemic. COVID cases on the rise. Do all the basic stuff that you learned in preschool. Wash your hands. Keep social distancing. Don't cough in nobody's face. Cover your mouth, you know, and everything. Just, you know, basic stuff and everything. And be careful out there, most importantly. Don't want to make a joke out of it, but be very careful. You know, it's funny because, I don't want to say funny, but the cases on the rise all over the country, but it's not really been crazy in Georgia.
Really?
Yeah, just looking at it, you know, the maps, you see all the dark red and all that stuff. Just, you know, not saying people not getting it, but especially, you know, you like Georgia, man, you know, we ain't even, it's like we adverse to masks.
We bucked the system.
I go in the damn store looking like I'm in one of them sci-fi movies with all the shit on me.
Right.
Everybody's walking around like, what the hell wrong with this nigga?
Right.
I ain't letting my guard down at all.
Nah.
Because I know one MF can't afford to get sick. Let me knock on wood with it, but I got too much going on.
Exactly.
So I got to be safe with that and everything. If you haven't voted early, I went and did early voting down at Clay County Old Courthouse. You know, went and did and everything. Had some nice staff down there. Nice staff and nice looking. So, you know, you never know what you'll see down the early voting polls. So just go on down there. You know, I know they say they volunteers, but they ain't too bad looking. So you might want to, fellas, you know, and everything. And look at the guys, ladies, but it's pretty cool and everything. Got that out of the way. Did my civic duty. But if you don't get a chance to do that, just remember that Super Tuesday is next week, November 3rd? Yeah, November 3rd. So, you know, if you can't, just get out there and, you know, get on top of it and stuff. But please practice your right to vote. A lot of people died, especially African American. A lot of people died and give a lot of sacrifice for you to be able to do that. So whatever you do, please just take it upon yourself. I know a lot of people got different views about it, and we've talked about it on the show and stuff. But I'm asking you, can you please just take advantage of it? I do think that's your civic duty. As an American citizen, because if you don't vote, you don't have a voice, regardless how you feel and stuff like that. That don't mean everything gonna go your way, but you at least got to extend your voice. Right. You know, we're doing it. So remember that next Tuesday, November 3rd, make sure you get out at the polls, be very active. I am a member of the 100 Black Men South Metro chapter. Most of the different branches I'm saying branches. What are we? Clubs or nine clubs? Chapters. Thank you, man. Atlanta Public School graduate. There I go. Most of us chapters in Atlanta, we have different vehicles set in place. People want to do early vote. You need rides to the polls. So you can Google 100 Black Men South Metro chapter, any one of the Atlanta chapters. If you need any kind of assistance going to the poll next Tuesday, or anything like that. So because we are partnering with the local counties that we are in, then definitely if you're on the south side, anyone of South Fulton, Clayton, Henry, just reach out to South Metro 100 Men chapter, and we'll help you if you need any assistance. We'll get into the poll on next Tuesday, okay? Also, still been trying to do the we've been doing the webinars. The tax course is coming. I'm thinking about releasing. I'll get a date out next week for sure. I think it's gonna be November 12th. The course will be live with that and everything. I start with Majestic Business Services. You'll see the videos. I'm probably gonna start training for new tax preparers on November 9th. And everything like that. So again, I'm putting the information out. November 9th, we'll start training for new tax preparers. So you want to make a little money with your boy. Again, this is not me giving I have a dream speech. Anybody like to make money, Pooch like to make money. So right. We'll be start pushing everything this weekend in regards to people that want to start doing taxes for us and everything. Probably start training November 9th, and I'll release that if you want to have your own tax business course. Remember, with the course, it's not a course for learn how to do taxes. It's a course for you to learn how to have your own tax business. So it's kind of ideal for a person that's been doing taxes past couple of years or a year or so, for the family and friends, and now you're looking to expand and know how to do it right. The course is for you. If you fill out a 1040 and stuff like that, it's not necessarily it's not for you. You want to have some kind of knowledge about doing this stuff. But, that's the way I can teach you, give you my proven strategy for you to, your first year be sitting there making 6 figures in the first 5 months in business and stuff like that. This is not anything hypothetical. Again, this is documented. So again, just be on the lookout for that. I think the release date for that is going to be November 12th. I think that's a Monday. We're going to have that. No, that's a Wednesday. Well, anyway, I put it out. It's going to be out in a couple weeks.
November 12th? Ain't that a Friday?
It's going to be out. But when it be out, trust me, I'm going to run my mouth enough to release it and everything.
What the right date is. November 12th is a Thursday.
A Thursday. Okay, night of the show. And everything. It'll be out. It's ready and everything. So again, I look forward to having that out for everybody. So again, we'll be releasing that with regards to having your own tax business. But also we'll start training for interesting tax preparers to work for Majestic Business Services November 9th. Okay. Hey man, again, this is Change Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Change Lives. We talk about motivational, professional development, personal development, a lot of other good stuff. Got over 200 videos on the platform. So make sure you subscribe to Changing Lives. Also see us on Facebook and follow me under Deonte_77 on IG. And what am I forgetting? Some other thing. Yeah, and Changing Lives on TikTok as well and everything. Again, we have over 200 videos. Again, where we put a lot of good information out. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, like us on Facebook as well. And also join the email list on all videos. Make sure that you're looking for the email list. Join it so we can keep you updated on all the different events, the different products, the different services, and everything that we got coming down the pike. So make sure you join the email list as well. Now, going into tonight's show, did they teach you this in school? Because, lad, what had me want to talk about this show is because you get a lot of times people go in and they'll start different businesses, say different things, and they all use that old cliche. See, they didn't teach you this in school,
right?
But this is what they kept from us and all that kind of stuff. And and again, I think I'm a pretty sharp brother. And a lot of times I think people say certain things, and they taught us, but your ass wasn't paying attention. Yeah, you shit.
You was back there with that girl.
They didn't teach you that in the damn Crayola class. Shit now. But they taught it, and I just think a lot, I want to have an open discussion in regards to people because so often people really don't want to be accountable about certain things that they've been through or had, opportunity to do in life. It's quick to pivot it off on something else where they didn't. And, usually a lot of times we sit with your friends and stuff like that, especially like, you and your boys, y'all get to talking about, growing up and doing certain things, and especially with athletics and stuff, man. The coach would let me do this and all that, And I know like a lot of me and my partner, me and some of my old teammates, we all get together and just chop it up. And a lot of times you hear people saying different things in regards to, what didn't happen for them in school. Like, man, if I would have been taught this, or they don't put this into you, especially when people first start learning stuff, man. Right. Yeah, man, this is what investing about. See, they didn't put this out in school. And they didn't teach us about, the law. They didn't give you this information. And I just look back at, being a proud Charles Lincoln Harper High graduate. Our magnet program was a financial services program. So that's when I first got into finance, accounting, and everything. If you don't know, I'm an accountant by profession. Been doing accounting over 20 years. And that's when I first got introduced to it. Accounting is extremely boring. You have to know.
Don't I know it?
You have to like accounting to do it. But most accountants like me, it's not that we do it for fun. We do it because we're analytical people. We like looking for nickels and pennies and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Whatever. But that's how we are, how our minds work. But long story short, that's what I mean by I was introduced to from there. And I always say to people like, did they not teach you this in school, or did you really try to find that out? Or were you at the point where in life, sometimes, your parents teach you, people say a lot too, well, my parents would teach us this, and we weren't taught that. Well, first of all, you know your mama, you know your daddy. Your damn daddy, Mr. Goodrich.
They know
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you want to learn
yeah.
that from them or not.
Exactly. How the hell, yeah, man, we 2 or 3 generations, damn daddies couldn't even damn read. They could work.
Right.
So you talking to me, they didn't teach me investing. Shit, they better were working. Come on, now.
I know I ain't want to learn no investing from my mama.
Shit.
Counting, huh?
My daddy could teach me nothing but how to fiber straight shooter. That's about my damn daddy. Shit.
Now my mama teach me how to mix some drinks together. If I wanted to be a bartender, but investing, she invested in the corner liquor store every Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And the funny part about it is that, again, the beauty of life is not when you got information, it's just when you get the information, what you choose to do with it. And that's why it really just kind of inspired me to talk about tonight's show. Did they teach you this in school? Because people don't want to reflect that some folks got it. I always remember my senior year, and I kind of effed off, not in a bad way, but just kind of, when I say effed off, I wasn't as focused that 9th and 10th grade years, I suppose, but I was always in, the smarter classes. I was a smarter kid. Long story short, I didn't have a 3.0 graduating out of high school. And my class, 95, was the first year of the Hope Scholarships. Because that was the first, we was the test class. No, the year before. We were the first class that had the graduation exam, and they were giving the Hope Scholarships. Long as you had to have 3.0. I mean, that was just it for the Hope, qualified for the Hope. Long story short, I didn't have one. And I just remember everybody getting the tassels. They had been in a little magnet program, and I didn't get one.
Right.
And I'm all left out.
Right.
And I'm just sitting running my mouth. And when my buddy said, "Well, damn, Poochie, they got one because they worked for it. You didn't do it. You didn't,
Right.
And I want to say, man, shut the hell up. But he was really right.
Right.
And to his credit, he was mature enough to say that to me that time. And that was one of them things you're like, yeah. I wanted to blame it on everybody else why I didn't get this, that, and that. And I ain't want to look at the man in the mirror.
Say something, don't they?
I
had a lot of tassels, but I didn't have. This was one kid in my school. I think they had made new tassels for that person because she had like 97 of them.
Lab, I ain't have a damn one. I had more damn brains, but none to show for it. That was the Army pulled all that out of me. I had
most of my tassels was because I was so young, graduating out of high school. They wanted to emphasize that because some of them tassels, I was like, I don't think I was in that class.
Get the young boy,
yeah. Get the 15-year-old graduating high school.
That's awesome. That's awesome. But no, I can definitely tell you I didn't get any. And that was one of the things, man, they kind of, stuck with me, just like, damn, those people got it. They earned it. They worked for it. And, again, Poochie, you didn't do it. So that's how that is. And like I said, I thank God with me going into the Army, man, the U.S. Army pulled all that out of me in terms of just being accountable and really, really showing me that if I don't work to my potential, I'm going to work for a lot of dumbass people that are not as smart as me. That pulled that out of me real quick.
Real easy.
You're like, damn, I can't think he's too damn dumb if I'm working for him.
Right.
That pulled all that out of me. All that. And I know a lot of people say, man, this supervisor dumb as hell, this, that, and that. But who the damn fool if you working for them?
Right.
Oh, Lord, that's a painful damn question.
That's a painful question. This where the excuse come, well, he got it because he knew somebody.
You can fix that too, shit.
No, if you
Hey. That was a damn, hey, man, that was one of the things. I found that out real quick in the army. Shit, man. This ain't gonna work. Hell no. You dumb, yeah, But I appreciate that opportunity. But again, that's one of the things you look back at, like, did I or didn't I do it, and why didn't I do it? In regards to, you look at, what was taught to you in school, what was, even with your parents, the teachers and stuff like that. Again, it's a Change the Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Tonight's show, we're talking about, did they teach us this in school? Did they teach us this in school? Make sure you go to check us out, Changing Lives, under YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok on the Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the Facebook page. We've got over 200 videos on the Facebook page. So I want you to make sure you check them out, leave feedback. If you're checking us out in the chats right now, we're streaming live on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Make sure you leave comments, dialogue. Got any questions? Feel free to speak and say something on it and everything. Because I want to have an open discussion about this tonight. Mm-hmm. Because I hear it too often with people saying they didn't teach us this in school. My parents didn't create this and create that. Okay, you think it's too damn, too damn, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying, like, man, I know your mom and dad is shit, man. It's a miracle y'all got raised. Because ain't nowhere in the hell. I mean, let me tell you, I love my granddad death. He taught me how to be a man. He taught me, and again, I got some of his great ways and I got some of his damn bad ways. Mm-hmm. But again, I mean, at the end, I think the finished product pretty good. And I ain't finna dwell, I'd never damn dwell about what the hell the man didn't teach me.
Right.
I think he did a pretty good job of laying on me what he could.
Right.
And I think people just focus on the wrong damn thing when they keep bringing up, they didn't teach us this and teach us that. I go back to when I was in school, you in school again, I will say this is like an unwritten bias with teachers. I see this in, a lot of teachers, even with my children, I probably make them uncomfortable, but I ask the $1 million questions.
Right.
Why the hell the girls got all the speeches at the programs?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hell, the boys can't say speeches.
Right.
And it's typically, if the girl is smart, the kid is smart. Only the smart kids can talk.
Right.
And you equating because this kid is smart, they can say a damn speech.
Right.
Man, my son ain't the damn brightest. Look, he got a head full of game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, super charming. Right. And it's just that I think a lot of times the teachers, that's how they equate it.
But that smart is based off a book sense of smart. It's not based off just some kids just don't do well in class, but they are very intelligent.
Yeah.
A lot of geniuses who don't even take to schooling at all, or be and still be geniuses. So it's not the fact that you can't tell me that this child is smarter just based off the school facts. There's a lot more goes into that. I
totally agree with you, but we got to be realistic too, as a parent, and just people in general, teachers are teachers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're not skilled to be analyzed who's a damn genius.
Right, they're not.
If they were genius, hell, they wouldn't be teaching. Huh? So I'm just saying, like, damn, I'm saying you want this person to find all this brilliance and recognize this brilliance in your child. And shit, come on now.
My thing is, if they can't work out the brilliance, how they gonna know who the smartest? If they can't work them out between the two.
Test. Sad to say, Test. That
don't do it for me.
I had a very open discussion of one of my kids that I coach. His mother was actually an instructor for the gifted programs in one of the school systems, and she was very adamant on test scores. And I said, like, how the hell, like, there's the test scores, then we give them a test, and we base this on that. And I'm like, no.
Right.
I mean, a kid can be an imbecile based on a test, but they're brilliant as far as creating systems, foresight, mm-hmm. stuff that'll make you a leader and stuff. Like, you can't test that. Mm-hmm. You can't test, and everything. Again, and you got people that are actual brilliant as far as testing, but they can't handle stuff. I was just thinking, yesterday was funny. I got an undergrad in finance and my master's in supply chain, so they straight math and mm-hmm. quantitative degrees. And typically, I only seen maybe one brother, mm-hmm. maybe one white guy. Typically those degrees are dominated by Asians and Indians. Mm-hmm. And they're walking calculators. Right. Now, I can figure out any math problem, Lab. Mm-hmm. Your boy can figure out any math problem. Anything quantitative, I can sit here and do it. And it's going to take me a while on the board. Right. I can multiply and divide alphabets like nobody else. Right. But it's going to take me a second. Right. But I can tell you those Asians and Indians, as soon as they wrote down 45. What are you doing?
Write
You know?
that down on paper.
23. Man, shut the hell up. I used to be in class like that, man.
Right.
I'm talking about undergrad and grad school.
Right.
And you be sitting there, how the hell? But the thing about it, in Asia and India, it's not that we don't teach our kids. We teach more of a holistic thing. You know, we teach them, all kind of social skills, history. They're mostly based in science and math. So they put a greater emphasis on that.
Science, math, doctors, stuff like that.
Exactly.
All that stuff, yeah.
The flip side of that is no social skills, soft skills whatsoever.
Right.
So you sit here, a lot of times those people are saying degree paths, they're pigeonholed in. They can only be analysts, some can be engineers, some can be college professors, but they're never in a position where they can actually lead, deal with people and stuff like that. You hardly ever see any agency outside of Asia, any Asian CEOs, any Indian CEOs or management and stuff like that, because those people skills, soft skills, they don't have.
Right. I mean,
Brilliant minds.
you be in college with them, but not trying to, and they be brilliant. I mean, and some of them are very nice people, but you're like, let's go to the party, and they like, I can't. They get anxiety about going to the party. You know what I mean? So I've been in class when in my studies with psychology was my undergrad. My master's was business administration. But it still took some math and something like the business administration part, but it wasn't nothing like what you went through.
No,
I started down that path, and now it's like too many damn letters in this number. Let me switch.
Well, the biggest thing was, and I'm just saying, I look back at that. That did the most for me because I learned at the end of the day, I never had nobody help me, and I had to. College really taught me how to figure it out.
Right.
Not necessarily the problem, figure out how I'm gonna get it done, and to be isolated like that, that helped me out in the big picture of things. I didn't go into it to learn it like that,
Right.
but it just helped me. I'm just looking when I look back at that and everything. But but just going into that, what I was saying in regards to those, that's a perfect example of like they're taught one thing, but again, this is the benefit of it. Like I said, they're pigeonholed in, because they can only do certain jobs.
Right.
You know what I mean? Again, but it's just people say, well, we don't teach our kids this, we don't teach our kids that. You got to kind of look at the benefit of it. It's kind of like a give and take
Right.
with certain things, because that's one of the things. I don't think people want to stop for a second and just look at this and say, listen, what kind of student were you? At 15, 16, 17, 18, when you say what they didn't teach, were you really trying to learn more? Because typically most of your teachers, when you approach them and they show you got a percentage of interest, they kind of dwell to
Right.
it. Now, they might have that one or two kid that they feel like, I think you got potential, and I'm going to try to push you. But that's usually in the damn movies. Teachers see your ass and trying to learn that, and they're like, okay, F it, I just got to go home. I'm going to smoke my cigarette on my break, and the day will be over.
Right.
And I'm 45 years from retirement. I remember them teachers. Go smoke that Marlboro and all that. Yeah, that teacher come back with a Marlboro breath.
Right.
Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna give you a good story of teachers in school. This is from my 6th grade year. Now this is 6th grade.
Keep in mind, y'all lab graduated at 15.
Yeah, okay.
So, again, we talking Einstein. Now.
Right.
I'm listening to you.
So this is my 6th grade year. Now I had at my school we did change class, but we changed class within that floor. History teacher over here, social studies teacher over here, math teacher over here, some other teacher. But my main room teacher was my English teacher.
Gotcha.
The only teacher I remember in my 6th grade ever. His name was Mr. Hogbrook.
Gotcha.
Only teacher, 6'9", white guy. I remember him so well because he taught us so well.
Okay, cool.
To be in his class and learn English was just like,
It was cool.
It wasn't just that he was just cool. It was just the fact, the way that he taught you. He wasn't a authoritarian type teacher, but the fact that he wasn't, we still respected him. He didn't have to be all rough and mean to be a teacher. You know what I'm saying? For us to behave in class. But the rest of them teachers, the math teacher, I remember her name because she was evil. She was evil, and that was during the time that they could still hit you in school. The teachers could still hit your hands in school, or whatever, with the ruler. She always thought of a reason to hit my hands. But anyway, so I could remember her because she was mean, but I remember him and his name. I don't necessarily remember her name, but I remember him and his name because of the way he taught us. It's like we took in everything that he said because we paid attention to everything that he said. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So skip ahead to my senior year in high school.
Gotcha.
The only teacher I remember was my African American studies teacher. And that's because she was beautiful. She had dreads, you know what I'm saying? back in 83, 84. She
Yeah.
had dreads. She had the beads and shit. I mean, it was just, it's like a black goddess. I used to walk in that class like this. But I paid attention because I paid attention to her.
Yeah. But like them elementary school teachers, when I be going with 100,
Right.
Lord have mercy.
What school did you teach in?
Lord have mercy. They got the tattoos and everything
Right.
showing, Lord. Shit, undivided attention. I'm sorry, let me to cut y'all.
No, but those are reasons. Those are two examples of me paying attention and getting the information based
Different
off
reasons.
right, based off my reasons as to why.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, and it's funny because again, when you get different things that can spark a kid's attention. Right, my army buddy Matt Austin, he asked me like, "Do you think sometimes it's appreciate you tuning in, brother? We got a little here. This is some old Jack right here, brother." But he was just saying, he was asking me in regards to, do a lot of things be cultural, people, well, things will learn or how a person is, and sometimes, and I think some things are, but I think it's less cultural, it's less what they don't give you. I think it's more kind of internal. If you're internally an inquisitive person, you're gonna ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
Now, again, you do have things they say if you're down around people, like the video I made about, stop having your kids ask questions and stuff. Like kid ask questions, they want to dig into stuff. Stop asking them damn questions,
Right.
and you can kind of kill some of that energy or their spirit because they want to learn. And you kind of knocking it down with doing that. But I think a lot of things is not necessarily, cultural or whatever. It's just some things that turn. Some people actually have drive. Some people actually want to dig and want to learn more and everything like that. Do you have things that can go on at home, things that can throw you off and stuff like that? Absolutely. But I do think most of the times people will actually are a certain way. I always say it all the time is that intelligence is intelligence. You don't know how a person is going to use that intelligence.
Right.
That person can use that intelligence and start a multi-million-dollar company. That person take that same intelligence, start a multi-million-dollar drug operation.
Right.
Intelligence is intelligence.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
You have it doesn't matter. Now how that person channel it, that's
Them.
you don't know.
Right.
And that's the thing about it. You don't stop. I say it all the time. You don't stop ever being smart. You never stop being smart. The brain capacity and all that stuff, how you use it. People will say sometimes you hear, well, like they'll do the documentaries on I think I've seen this thing on whatever, Big Meech, and they were saying like he could have been in corporate America, he could have did this, that, and that. I don't know about that. He had a corporation,
Right.
Then the brother Smart, he did a multi-million-dollar drug operation. Right. I don't necessarily know because he could have did the corporate America thing again, because it's things that the most intelligent brother in corporate America can't do out there in the dope game.
Right.
There's some things out here the most intelligent brother, a successful brother in the dope game, can't do it in corporate America.
Right.
Because that's why I say a lot of times people are like, well, I could have did this, I could have. You did what you did. Leave it at that.
You did, man.
You know.
Exactly what you need to do.
This glass of liquor got all kind of potential.
Right.
Until I pour it in my mouth, we don't put nothing in action. Potential, right?
Right.
That's it, and I think it's easy for people to do that. And a lot of times, we don't want to address what we didn't do because when we start self-reflecting about, it's easy to say, well, lab didn't teach me, or they didn't give me this, they didn't give me that. But we start talking about what the hell we didn't do. Oh, shit, it's hurting now. Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah.
Well, Pooch, the man offered you the job, but you did this, that, and that. Like, damn, man,
Right.
you know what? Damn, I did have that opportunity, and everything. I told you them times, you asked, I told you that, the one girl, what was that, 9th, 10th grade? And I was like, man, I should have talked to her. And
Right.
I seen her walking down the hall with McGilla Gorilla.
She said you ain't say nothing.
Yeah,
to me.
what was all that? You ain't saying that to me, Poochie. What?
Never again.
Shit. Yo, daddies.
Right. Say never again.
I was screaming with my mouth closed, But just one of them things we really don't want to address. Excuse me, what we didn't do and what we didn't take advantage
Right.
of, because now you got to be accountable.
Right.
People don't want to be accountable.
Right. And that's the thing with me. When I graduated high school at 15, my friends always say, well, how you be a senior already? They was like freshmen and sophomores. How you be a senior already? I was like, well, you remember all them times I kept going to summer school? Y'all kept telling me, man, I ain't going no summer school. I ain't going summer school. Yeah, it's summer. You know what I'm saying? I'm on break. We break it. I said, okay, well, I'm gonna go to class. You know, I went to summer school every year. Every year. That's how it helped me graduate high school at 15 because I went to summer school because it was free in Chicago. I wasn't doing anything else, so I would just go. And they were like, you signed up for summer school. I ain't going to summer school. Okay. Well, while I'm walking down the aisle at 15 and you still a sophomore, that's what happens.
Let me ask you a question, before I even say something, not regarding that, but just, did you know at that young what you were doing? I know you say,
No.
okay.
I went to summer school because, to be honest, because I was getting something to eat.
Gotcha.
I had a mama who wasn't very attentive.
Gotcha.
So I had to figure it out.
Uh-huh.
And I figured out that summer school, they give you breakfast and lunch.
Uh-huh.
That's why I initially went there for.
Cool.
To get breakfast and lunch so I could have something to eat during the summertime months.
Uh-huh.
You can only go down to your friend's house so many times without feeling like a burden.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go to summer school, get that cereal and that milk and that whatever it was for breakfast, get that donut and milk for lunch, because it wasn't a whole big menu, but
Yeah.
it was something.
Absolutely.
School, they would get out at 12 because it was like 8 to 12, 8
Gotcha.
to 1. Get out at 12, and by 12, everybody be coming outside anyway. So them 4 hours I spent in school.
You know what's funny about that, Lyle, because just hear you just say that, the thing with I think a lot of people get twisted is they see so many times the finished product.
Right.
And they assume that this person that did some abracadabra shit, and they just
Right
there where they at. You are where you are because you did what you did.
Right.
A lot of times your children are the way they are because they chose to do what you put into them, and also some of the decisions they made to get where they at. Now,
Exactly.
I don't put too much stuff on parents, because there's some good parents out there. Got some kids do some dumbass stuff.
Shit.
There's some bad parents
I
out
think
there.
I'm one of
Yeah,
them.
and there's some bad parents out there who kids that did some miraculous stuff. You're like, where the hell did that come
Right,
from?
right.
Parents like, I don't know. Well, I'm
we
just
should
saying
make
it-
things so nice for them.
I'm just saying, and it comes from both ways, and and a lot of times, people don't acknowledge the
Right.
sacrifice that you made. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
And they just look at, man, you doing good. Hey, you can do it too, man.
Right.
You don't want to go through this BS.
They don't recognize it like that.
Yeah,
What-
it wasn't a.
They,
I'll tell them.
now, this is entitled.
Right, us children.
Yeah, they feel like you owe them.
Mm-hmm.
You owe them.
But
like, I dare you not, whatever. Yeah.
But
Yes.
let me ask y'all a question. To that point, though, I think most damn people like that. Not that people feel entitled. I just think people are unrealistic about how difficult it is to acquire stuff or to succeed.
Right.
I just think people don't understand, like, sacrifices, like, shit. Like, damn.
Tyler Perry sleeping in his car for years.
Yeah.
All they see is the billionaire part.
Exactly. Or, just say you've been at your job and all them years, like, damn, boy, you doing good and all that kind of stuff. But they ain't think about when you was, went to a little class they had here, you did some overtime, you actually did some uncomfortable stuff
Right.
to get where you at. Now, that's why I tell my kids all the time, it's very, very hard for anyone to tell me you don't want to do something. And I know I did so much stuff that I didn't want to do to get where I'm at. It's very hard if you tell me what the hell you want to do. Because, again, life's all about choices.
Right.
And our decision making, again, we're talking about, do they teach you this in school? Your decision making is really going to, be the whole telltale on how successful you're going to be in life. I shared a story before. When I was in the Army, man, I was stationed in Germany. I was like I thought I was like E4, it was like specialist. It was one sergeant first class that had been in there 17 years. And then it was a captain, first lieutenant, I'm sorry, probably in there like 6 or 7 years. They were making the same amount of money. His brother was near retirement, and his officer been there 7 years. And I remember because it was around Tupac had died.
Right.
And we was in rehab, got the surgery on my knee. And I remember vividly when we just in there chopping it up, with no ranking down like we just talking. And I remember the sergeant who had been almost 20 years, he said, "Hey, sir, do you think that's fair for you to make the same amount of money as me because you're an officer and I'm enlisted?" And the officer told him, he said, "Man, life's about decisions. You've been in there over double the time as me. You could have went to officer school and been making 3 times the money you're making now with the time." And yeah, but I'm saying now we had crickets. And it was great for me to hear that.
Right.
Because I would have been here in the bias, because when I heard, like, yeah, man, I don't think it's fair, because I'm enlisted And I'm hearing these just like him, other enlisted people saying the same thing. Like, hey, why they make more money than us and we've been in time? But that guy had a great damn point. Life about decisions. He said, man, you've been in there double the time as me. At some point in time, you knew that we already make more money than y'all.
Right.
Hell, you could have went and did that at some point in time, but you didn't. A lot of times, people don't want to be accountable.
Right.
If you think about it right now, just say you 45, 50 years old. You say, damn, man, I want to go to law school. I want to, get in the medical field or whatever. I'm too old. And the thing you had to ask yourself, in 2 or 3, if it take you 2 or 3 years or 4 years to go to law school or whatever, go to medical school, and you say I'm too old, but if you're going to be doing the same shit you doing right now,
What difference does it
what
make?
difference do it make?
Right.
What difference do it make?
Right.
You might as well spend that time doing something that's going to make you in a position where you're doing stuff you want,
Right.
as you damn sitting there complaining about what you want to do.
Right.
And life's so much fun when you're doing what you want to do.
Yeah. Trust.
You see what I'm saying? That's the thing about it, man. You always want to put yourself in a position where you got options. You always want to put yourself in a position where you can make decisions. So a lot of times people don't have options. They don't have decisions. They got to settle for what they can get.
Right.
Nobody wants to sit there and do that.
Right.
Nobody. Now they'll flex. I'm this. I'm saying. You see that shit on social media all the time.
right.
I'm the boss of me. I'm the boss. You ain't the boss of a guy. Nothing. Nothing. COVID showed that.
Right.
And again, I'm all about. You know me, man. I'm all about enjoying life, taking care of your family, doing all that kind of stuff and everything like that. But we're in a dog-eat-dog world. And at the end of the day, I always tell people, put yourself in a position where you got as many options as possible.
Right.
And I never get in pushing, you need to have your own business and all that, or I don't do that. But I always say, put yourself in a position and that can be just having different skill sets. Can you cut grass? Can you paint? Can you hammer, swing, cut, whatever, you know what I'm saying? If you could barber, do hair, if you actually know computers, you don't have to do that, but just knowing you can do it,
Right.
you can pivot to something else.
Right.
But if you only know how to press on and off for 30 damn years, and the 30 year right before your retirement, and your job moved to Mexico, man,
Right.
shit, come on now.
When I was younger, I've always been a property manager, but there was a guy who he used to remodel houses
Gotcha.
as his part-time, on the weekends and stuff. And he worked in property management too. So, one day he's like, hey, why don't you come help me remodel some of these houses? And I was like, okay. I took it as an opportunity to learn different stuff as far as building walls and plumbing and all that stuff, much as I could. At first, I took it for extra money.
Gotcha.
But once I got in there and started learning all of this other stuff, I took it as an opportunity to learn things. You know
feel
what I'm saying?
empowered.
Right. I'm learning how to drywall. I'm learning how to do this and do that. I didn't really mess with the electrical because during that time, while I was doing that, a guy that I worked at one of the shopping centers, the electrician, got in the switchgear and died. So after that, I wasn't fucking with electricity. I was like, I ain't doing no electrical. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. I ain't want to mess with no electricity, but I learned a lot of things just by taking the opportunity to go work with him on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? And now I can do a few things, as far as home remodeling.
Yeah, don't worry about cussing me. I do enough for both of us.
Okay.
But I know how it is. No one, we only curse by accident. We never do it on purpose.
Right.
Talk to a soldier. But man, just even with that point, man, you feel so empowered once you learn something.
Right.
And that's the kicker about it. A lot of times, to acquire knowledge, to acquire experience, gonna usually take some kind of sacrifice. So that little time that you didn't want to, spend to, hey man, I don't really want to work that weekend, whatever.
Rain and
Yeah.
outside and holidays and stuff like that. Yeah, I didn't want to do holidays and stuff, but at the same time, I was making a little extra money and I was learning something. So I took it as an opportunity to do that. Do those things. Ex-wife didn't like it, but it is what it is. Why you always gone on the weekends?
Hey. But you putting it in, put it in.
Where that money at that you weighed on the weekend?
Again, this is Change Your Life, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Tonight's show, we're talking about, did they teach you this in school? We have an open discussion in regards to a lot of things that, people have been speaking about, especially in adulthood, about what they weren't taught in school, what their parents didn't enlighten them with. And I was just, going back with a self-reflection, like, Did they not teach you this, or were you even been receptive to it? Could you even put yourself in a position to learn it? Would you mature enough to do that? As always, in Change the Lives, check us out on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Instagram, Deonte_77. Change the Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden, on both the YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok page. One more thing I forgot. Slick 316 is always getting on me about, my different, apparel and stuff. Tonight, I got something to change in live gear, and I did the posting. Remember, you can get all the apparel and everything at my website, DeonteBurden.com, and everything. The store is there tonight. I got a show. Done is better than perfect,
Right.
and everything. So, these are one of my things in regards to, hey, listen, if you're just doing it, it's better than having the perfect thing, because a lot of times we stay stagnant.
Because we want to be right.
Trying to be right, do the best thing. You could have completed something, moved on to the next task, trying to be perfect. So again, you can check out more fly gear like this, and I also posted one of my masks and stuff, and I think it was work hard and be humble and everything. A lot of my slogans and stuff. I got the mask on Facebook and on Instagram, but go to DeonteBurden.com and just check out everything. If you want to book me for a speaker, if you heard Les Brown and Tony Robbins and all them kind of stuff like that, you'll definitely get moved listening to Deonte Burden. Because when I get in my pulpit, Lord, the dead out the grave,
Right.
and everything. You can book me for a speaker, body apparel, have the links to Change the Lives YouTube page. Also check out, Mr. Short Dollar, where we talk about finance, personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and real estate investing and stuff. I haven't brought up Mr. Short Dollar tonight, but I will in a little bit about everything. But just go to DeonteBurden.com and have a lot of insight to a lot of stuff that I have going in my different brands and everything also with that. So just check that out also. But again, lad, man, I with tonight's show, man, again, I thought that self-reflection piece, again, we're talking about, did they teach you this in school? Again, where we're talking, that people, always talking about what they didn't learn, or what the teachers didn't, the education system didn't provide this and that for them. And I do think you have instances where people are being pushed through the system and getting railroaded. But I do think there's a lot of times, you got to be realistic. At that particular point in time, 16, 17, 18, did you really want to learn something? Would you really just try and get out of class, go holler at old girl, talk to old boy, whatever,
Right.
again, because, we weren't in the social media thing. We had, good Lord, we didn't, man,
That might be good.
Yeah, absolutely. Most thing, we have fun, take a picture of a girl with your Polaroid camera.
Get a piece of paper and a pen, write that number
Get that
down.
little Polaroid and shake it out. Yeah, boy, look what I had to do. Yeah. That's about the most fun. We ain't had this. Be like, whoa.
Oh, yeah, right.
These boys, they get a whole footage, man.
Right.
Oh, man, these
But
kids.
you know what? I'm going to give you a reflection on that. There was a friend of mine I had back in high school. Well, he was like high school, elementary school, that he was really into computers back then. I mean, this guy was really into computers. And I would go over his house, and this show you how much, how I could have been into computers, you know what I'm saying? He used to always say, yeah, I would go over his house. He would always show me stuff like he was downloading pictures from the internet back in 86, 85. You know what I mean? Like,
Cool.
he was like, yeah, you watch this picture. And we be sitting there waiting on that picture for 77 hours. It'd be a negative girl, like, I'm going to download this picture. But the point was, he was already in it.
Yeah.
He was already on the internet in 1985. You
Yeah,
get what I'm saying?
exactly.
He was already into computers. Now he make about $700,000 a year.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because he was taking computers apart, putting them together. And I could have easily sat there and done that and learned that with him, but I chose to do something else.
Yeah.
So it's not his fault that I didn't learn it. It's my fault that I wasn't into it.
But you recognize the commitment he
Right.
had to sit there
Right.
and you say, okay, that's why. And that's the thing. I just think a lot of times people don't want to admit to that.
Right.
It's a reason
Do
why.
I regret it? Hell yeah. I should have been there. Instead of learning how to DJ, I should have been there putting the computers together with him.
But the flip side of it, though, the flip side about that though, Lab, would you be interested in it? At the end of the day, your energy draws you to what you're interested in.
I wasn't interested in it.
Yeah.
I was interested in them turntables and that mixer. You know
'Cause
what I'm saying?
I'm just.
You could have did both.
Right.
Because you need two things to keep you interested in
Right.
one.
Right. I probably could have did.
I agree, but just think about it like this. Just say if you have a passion, you start cutting grass. You got a passion for planting them Chinese maples and making stuff
that
like
yard look good.
Yeah, and that energy grows. Now you got this multi-million-dollar landscaping business. Your energy did that. All it's not to cut down grass, but your energy
Right.
is going to make you do this, that, and that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I can talk on this mic all day and night. I
Right.
love talking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So my energy helped me grow with that kind of stuff. People don't understand that. I love doing deals, making big. I love doing that stuff. My energy, I stay up 2 or 3 in the morning trying to get stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
But you turn around and say, well, look, man, we got to do some stuff I really didn't want to do. You dragging,
Right.
you lethargic,
Right.
you resentful. You don't want to do that.
Right.
It's a whole different dynamic. I just remember my last couple months in corporate America. I mean, I was just the damn walking dead.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't want to go to work. I ain't want to do this, that, and that. I ain't give a damn. They fired me.
was
And
out there, right?
Shit, But and again, you just I just couldn't do it. It's just something that when you done checked out of situations like that, you can't put that energy in to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you got something that you passionate about, that you love doing, man, you can't put a price tag on it. You damn not there doing it for free.
That's
And that's what the difference between, I think, people that are super successful or the people that work a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, you can make you a decent wage working, but you out there working.
Mm-hmm.
But your energy, your passion ain't there. So you staying busy, you making money and stuff like that. But when you get in a situation where you like, man, damn near like they got to send you home from work, that's when you're going to sit here and explode because you got so much passion with doing it. And it's the same thing when we start talking about learning. If you
Right.
really weren't receptive to doing it, because you had kids at the end when you were in school, believe you me,
Right.
you had kids that would meet with the teachers after school,
Right.
sacrificing their time and doing certain things to get, get to the next level.
Right.
And again, they're in positions probably now because of that. And that doesn't mean people aren't going to be successful because they didn't have that actual passion in school, because yours might have happened right after school or whatever and everything, and it happens. I just mean, speaking for myself, I always knew I was a very intelligent kid. But, I mean, like I said, till I went in the Army,
Right.
and I had, a couple sergeants like, man, this is dumb as hell. I'm doing sergeant, know what the hell he talking about.
Right.
But I'm working for Sarge.
So what that mean? What that make
Shit.
me?
Yeah, exactly. We gotta,
If he dumb as hell, what
shit,
the- I'm dumb as hell
we
here.
gotta fix this shit. You know what I'm saying? This ain't working. This ain't damn working. You know what I'm saying? So you have to sit there and say to yourself, like, look, man, if you really want to be in position where you're in some kind of control of your destiny, control of your power, you got to make them decisions to put yourself in an uncomfortable spot.
Mm-hmm.
And again, at 15, 16, 17, 18, were you mature enough to make that decision?
right.
That's it. I remember, good friend of mine, attorney LaShawn Jenkins. Me and him went to high school together. Got his whole big law practice out there in Phoenix and stuff. I remember, like yesterday, we were sitting in class, and we in calculus, senior year. I done effed off all night long. Shit, I don't know what the hell I did.
Drive that car
We
around.
get in class. I said, hey, Sean, what's the answer? I know I didn't do my homework. Sean said, ain't. Fuck you said.
They ought to worked all
He
night trying to
said-
figure this out.
That's my partner.
Right.
If he tuning in, and he'll say it. That MF said, ain't.
Right.
What you mean, ain't?
Well,
Because I was,
fathom.
now let me say this. If he would have asked me, I would have gave it to him.
Right.
Now, I wouldn't have gave it to him every day, but if he'd have asked me, I said, damn, Sean, you. He said, nah, Pooch, I stayed up all damn night doing this. You could have did it too.
Right.
I didn't even trip. I
Right.
respect. Didn't like it, but I respected it.
Right.
And I say this to that brother, I know in high school, bags on his eyes,
Right.
was a dog. That's why he got a, big old law firm now.
Right.
Because he always been that kind of dog.
Right.
And those are the kind of things about it. At 17 or 18, I was always smart,
Right.
but I didn't have that dog.
Right.
That dog came. Now I always been a dog for making money,
Right.
but pushing my intelligence, I didn't get like that till I got out of high school. The Army did that.
Right.
Working, I always been that kind of person. And when those kind of people that are actually like that, it comes at a different time with different people.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that if you would have went to the army, you would have been a different type person?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I think I've been okay, but absolutely.
But not like,
Oh, hell no. I got more out of the Army than out of the military than I got out of any college, any damn thing. Oh, absolutely.
life life?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't be the professional, especially the professional side and everything like that. I ain't say I went to college, but in the hell,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Because the things you learn in the military, attention to detail, rushing the weight, that professionalism, all that kind of thing, core things, especially the biggest thing I learned from the Army was handling chaos. I got shit going on all the time, and when I'm steady, laser focused. You learn that in the military, handling with stress and all all those kind of things that if you make it through doing it, you know, world crumble around me. I'm still focused on what I got to do. People say all the time, Pooch, how you do all that, all that? I'm a soldier.
Right.
You know, and those kind of things you learn in the military because you always got chaotic and stuff. Every time you're doing this, switch out. Always doing this, switch off something else. And you ain't got time to bitch and complain about it. You guys got to do it.
Right.
So, yeah, hell, I wouldn't be nowhere near the professional that I am today without the military.
Right.
Now, again, I still always been smart. Like I said, brain capacity. But the Chandler too, they made a monster with that. You know, with everything like that.
Right.
The pay wasn't the greatest.
Right.
That's why I look back at it now. I look at what PJ getting now and what I was getting. Oh, hell no. Rape.
Say nothing like it.
Oh my God, man. I was getting like $600 a month.
Right.
I think P, you know, I ain't gonna say my son pay,
Right.
but hey, it's public information.
Right.
But I was sitting here like, eat that over double. This
Right.
is some book. Now I know it's 20 years later, but I was sitting like, this is some big, you know. And again, like I said, that ran me up out of there. When I started looking, okay, look, you know, let's go on and get educated and go make this money and everything and stuff. So that was one of the biggest things, man. And again, I can look back at myself. Man, I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for that.
I was going to go to the military. I regret getting talked out of it, but I was going to go. I probably would have still been in the military. Like,
Yeah, but you
I would have still been there.
Lab ain't got the numbers to pass the damn Marine.
The military ain't meant for everybody, but I will say this, and I'm very adamant about this. Parents, if your child, after graduation, they don't know what the hell to do, and you know your baby is not ready to go no damn school because they
Right.
really wasn't that focused now. Send their ass to the damn Peace Corps or something like that, whatever.
Coast
or
Guard,
Coast
something.
Guard for a year or two, and then, you know, okay, I guarantee they'll figure it out.
Right.
You know that, you know.
Nah, I wanted to go to the Marines. I wasn't going to the other stuff. I was going to the Marines.
Marine, you don't have a mental capacity.
Yeah, I do. What do you mean?
They don't.
He want
Lab that need.
piss
Piss them off.
him off. I should he'd fit right in place. He'd fit in right in place.
Lab wouldn't be that thing that he do like this and blow folks up.
Well, you know what? The thing of it is, it wouldn't even been long. I mean, it's not that you're dealing with a lot of people that can't conform in the military. They just learn how to handle stuff.
Right.
I mean, the military now, as compared, I think a lot of people agree, especially people that was in the military prior to, let's say, 2010. Like we have a more technical military. We can shoot bombs and blow stuff out from the other side of the world. I mean, it's totally different. Warfare is totally different. You still got places like Afghanistan, place you got to go through and foot so. But now it really is laser tag, and we're way above most of the world.
Right.
With what I mean, if you really understand how warfare is. So I say this to say, from an educational point, a lot of people could get in. I mean, you used to get in, I think you can still get in now with a GED. One of my buddies is a recruiter, but you still had to have so many high school hours.
Right.
Like you really could be a damn dropout and get in when I was coming in.
Right.
And I say this to say, when I came in, it was gang, bang. I mean, it was some, man, hey,
Right.
that whole.
Well, my uncles went in at 7-8. When I saw them go in, when I saw them go to the Marines, I was already sold. When I saw them first come home after their basic training, I was like, oh, I'm in. Then my uncles went that honor guard with the sword, all that solid drill team and everything. I was like, oh, I'm in. I'm sold. But they was the ones who told me I couldn't go.
Exactly.
They couldn't.
And they knew that.
But my whole point with the game, man, I was just saying I was in there with some damn fools.
Right.
But when it was time to business, cut it off.
cut it off.
They cut it off, and then as soon as the whistle blew,
They backhand.
ain't nothing like any army post when them guys come back from the field, infantry, field artillery, they been gone for 45 days. You know it's finna be some damn fights at the bar, murders.
Because they got to get that attention.
Oh, man, them damn fools.
Right.
They come out that damn field, man. Man, shoot, man, it's something to see. But again, when it's time to take care of business, hey, everybody totally professional.
Right.
It's a thing of beauty. You know what I'm saying?
How it come together.
Hey,
right?
man, hey,
Well, y'all just fighting each other yesterday.
Hey, man.
And y'all working together today.
and that's another thing you learn. You learn how somebody cuss you out, somebody say this, say that, but they help you.
Right.
Then they're teamwork. I mean, it's straight up teamwork. You got some people that are foul, but most of the time, teamwork.
Right.
Because we get out there in the battle, man, shit. We all trying to make it back.
Exactly.
Yeah, hey, man. And that when you find out then who the effed up sergeant or the
Right.
effed up captain. You know, we can't figure out how he got all these bullets in the back of his head. You know, just cuss this man out. He got a damn loaded damn M16.
Right.
He gonna talk about his damn wife, man, shit.
That's just John's situation.
Hey, I'm telling you, shit, there's a lot of folks friendly fire.
Right.
You know, just cuss this man out with a loaded gun, turn your back on him. Fool. We don't.
With live fire.
Lab, it happen all the time.
Right.
It happen all the damn time. All the damn time and everything. You don't cuss nobody out with no damn loaded gun. That one of them perks of growing up in Bankhead. You said, like, you learn quick and you shut the hell up. I had to go to Army for that.
Right.
But again, tonight's show, this Changing Lives hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. We're talking about, did they teach you this in school? We have an open discussion in regards to, you know, different things, you know, in life that, you know, people address and say, okay, they weren't taught this, they weren't enlightened that, but then we ask ourselves and reflect back, were you really interested or even prepared to get that information? And a lot of time, we just weren't, you know, and everything. So I just wanted to kind of have that discussion because far too often I hear that. Like, yeah, this is what they don't want you to know, this, that, and that. I think a lot of information is accessible to you. And as we progress in life, we understand, you know, just, you know, myself had to go in these damn masterminds and all these different kind of things. Yeah, you won't really, you know, the game, you got to pay for it. But actually, the stuff that you could have got for free, you just didn't take advantage of it.
Right.
And it don't make you leave with dumb. It's just at different maturity level. Like Matt had asked, you know, was it how you were brought up, this, that, and that? Maybe some of it, but I think a lot of times it's just, you know, the inquisitive person is what? The inquisitive person.
Right.
You know, the person that has that drive and dog in them and stuff, they're that way. The person that's passive and don't want to, man, I don't want to deal with that shit. I don't want to, man, hell no, man. I get to talking and raise my hand, they're going to ask me some questions. I don't want to do that. The teacher asks questions, don't folks suck in their seat. I mean, that's how you work.
Right.
You did not want to engage in conversations for it. The person that wants to get in front of the class and run their mouth that you laughed at, you know, that's one person. But if you the person that probably in 11th grade, you couldn't talk or you couldn't read,
Right.
whatever the thing was, you like, hey, man, don't call me, don't. Whatever the reason was, regardless is that, and you didn't take advantage of it. And now as an adult, it's easy to reflect back and say, hey, this, that, and that. And I want to just challenge people, stop dwelling on what you didn't do, focus more on what you can do, okay? Because as long as you're above ground, you got an opportunity to do anything. Right. So I just want to issue that person challenge out to everyone. Even if you have not accomplished what you feel like you should have accomplished in life, you didn't do it, you still can do it. You still can do it. The problem gonna stop everybody what? Damn, they gotta look at the path to get there. They gotta look at the journey. Damn the journey. Appreciate it.
Right.
That give you more of a realization, like, damn, they really did deserve what the hell they got.
Right.
You know? When
More
you,
than anything.
You know, you see, I mean, do you have some musicians and rappers that actually, you know, probably had, you know, came out and had a immediate success and stuff? Yeah, but I think the most of the time, the guy made a lot of sacrifices. Regardless of what you think about it, you still have to give up some stuff.
Right.
You know, somebody stay in the studio 2 or 3 days or maybe longer at a time,
Right.
you know, whatever. They
Sleep
still
in.
did it.
Right.
The sacrifices are still sacrifices. And a lot of times people just don't want to recognize the sacrifice. They want to focus on the finished product. And so the same thing that you can look back and just say, hey, man, and the reason why I want to just go into that is just the more time that we spend about what we didn't learn and just be resentful, just say to yourself, because when you're honest with yourself, you're able to accomplish a lot more, because the thought about what somebody didn't do for you or didn't give you, you waste your energy thinking about it. When you focus back on what you should be doing or what you are going to be doing, that energy is channeled. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I want really, you know, kind of challenge everybody to do that and everything. Just really focus less on what you didn't get or what you weren't taught, and focus more on what you are going to do and what you about to accomplish. Don't be afraid of the journey. Don't be afraid of the path. Just going to take it.
Right.
You know, again, like I said, man, if you know you're going to be in the same path for the next 2, 3, 4 years, shit, man, take your ass, go on and get there. Don't be afraid to go back to school. Don't be afraid to go on to join the organization. It don't matter, man. You know, young kids,
Right.
it's not about what they trying to do. It's about what you're trying to do.
Right.
Focus. That ain't your business. Your only thing that you're accountable for is you.
Right.
Focus on you and everything. So I hope our conversation inspired you guys, kind of helped you out as far as you on the fence about doing certain things in life. I hope we gave you that energy. It's been a great show tonight and everything. Good night. Like I said again, we talked about did they teach you this in school? So I just want to challenge everybody that they have been dwelling on what they weren't taught or what they weren't given by the schools or the parents and stuff like that. Focus more on like, okay, didn't get it, let me move forward. 'Cause I think you spend just as much damn time giving reason why your ass didn't ask for it or whatever and everything. You know, and also, like I said, be realistic about the people that didn't give you the information, but they in their capacity.
Right.
Be glad of what they did give you. Something to eat, somewhere to stay, clothes, and everything, role models, as opposed to they didn't teach me about investing. Man, your granddaddy go, invest? Shit, come on now.
Right.
No, your mom didn't know about no damn investing. They knew about working.
You know your mama
And they gave you that work ethic. And you got that, and you just going to take it to another level and stuff. So those are the kind of things I just want, really challenge everyone to think forward about. Again, it's been Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check us out the same name under Facebook as well. Make sure you check us out on TikTok under Changing Lives. Follow me on Instagram, Deonte_77. Make sure you go to my other page, Mr. Short Dollar, where we talk about personal finance, entrepreneurship, business and real estate investing. Mr. Short Dollar is blowing up. I got apparel coming out for that soon too. And I also want to announce my book is coming out.
Uh-oh.
I got the book coming out, and I just want to wait. Again, I usually don't tell people titles, stuff like that, but this is so unique. What I did, I shared it with my kids and everything, but I got my personal finance book coming out, guys, and everything. I'm super excited. Also, remember the course is coming out, November 12th? Please, that's we're going to say tentative date and everything like that. Right now, I'll be putting information out. We'll be looking out for tax preparers for Majestic Business Services. You will be working virtually and remotely, so I had that information out. If you want to come work for us at Majestic Business Services as a tax preparer this upcoming tax season. Also, the course for you to start your own tax preparation business will be launched out soon. I probably have 1 or 2 more webinars in the next week to kind of get more traction with that. But the course will be out soon. A lot of great stuff coming for you guys through the end of the year. Had a great meeting with a future business partner of mine. We got a whole nother course coming out at the end of the year. It's just kind of like, listen, I'm super excited. I know you can feel my energy. You know what I'm saying? My hands are sweating. My hands are itchy. You know that means hey, money, money, money. That's short, mother, you trying to make some money, So I'm super excited about that. But also I wanted to tell you guys again, I really appreciate the support that everyone has given me, the shows, my businesses and everything. My brother Matt Austin, this is one of me and his brothers in basic training back in 1995 together.
Okay.
Brother ran across me on Facebook, man. Also, man, the world's so small. Be supporting the show. Hey, brother, I appreciate you tuning in. Hey, it's flat.
Right.
So you have no excuse about what you can and can't do, because now you're the perfect chance. Now I can email somebody in China, do a deal with somebody in Mexico, sell all kind of stuff in Canada, and I'm talking about I'm still in my underwear, sitting at my table at home.
Exactly.
Huh? Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
And you sitting at home complaining about they ain't did this. Let me tell you something. To that point where we really need to just to pivot off of this, you make sure you take your opportunity to go out there and vote, because I just want to, just swing into it. And I said it last week. If you really on your course about what you want to do in life, it don't damn matter who the president is.
Right.
I've been in business 20 years. Ain't that one of them, you take advantage of programs out there, try to, finesse and finagle some different grants and bidders and shit. But I don't give a damn who the president is. I don't mean that in the sense of, I'm not going to go out there and vote. But they don't control my destiny.
Right.
They can control a lot of BS, so I care in that capacity. But if they're going to, end my world, hell no.
Right.
I got to pivot. Like we all soldiers, we adapt and we overcome. And you have to have that kind of mindset, because there are so many things in this life and this world that you can't control. Okay? Because, again, that's your civic duty to exercise, to go vote. But that doesn't mean it's going to go in your favor. That don't mean to go vote no more. That means keep voting and keep doing you.
Right.
That's it. The world, you're not going to have everything work in your favor. That don't mean quit.
Right.
Hey. We really got to rush. And like I said again, if you have any issues with actually trying to, get an opportunity to go to the poll, you can look up 100 Black Men of Metro Atlanta. We got, I think it's 5 chapters in Metro Atlanta. I'm a member of South Metro. I know, there's a lot of programs out there providing ways to the polls. I think through this Friday, you still can do early voting. Find out whatever county you're in. You can Google it. Find out the polling location for that particular county. But exercise that right to vote.
Right.
I like.
Mail your ballot if you
It's
got
too late.
one.
You gotta take it to the polls.
Too late. Yeah, that I didn't know that. So it's
Too late to
guys.
mail the ballot.
Yeah, and if you got it, they got a big drop box.
You
for
gotta take it
the-
to the drop box or your polling place in your county. Do not mail your ballot, your absentee ballot, and take it to the place it needs to go to.
Okay, cool.
It's too late. They won't accept it. They'll mark it late and send it back to you saying it wasn't counted.
Okay, cool. That's good information. Too
Right.
late to do the mail-in ballots. Go drop it off. Wherever your particular polling location there for the early voting. But again, next Tuesday, November 3rd, make sure that you're heard. You exercise that right, being a U.S. citizen and stuff. Take full advantage of it and everything and stuff. I'm not promote who you're gonna vote for. Everybody got different interests in different things, but and that's not what we talk about in the show in general. But just take advantage of it. Again, and most importantly, to the theme of tonight's show, focus less on what you haven't received or what somebody didn't give you, and focus more on what you're gonna do for yourself. Hey, this is Change the Loud, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Remember, next week we're gonna have the Dollar Hour with Mr. Short Dollar. I don't know the show we got next week, but it's always gonna be popping with your boy on the mic.
I'll make that short dollar
Hey,
long.
man. Hey,
I'll
man.
make that short dollar long.
There we go. But I appreciate you guys so much. Love you guys. Thanks for the support. Keep supporting me. Make sure you go to DeonteBurden.com. Get some of this fly apparel and everything. Y'all think this is dope. Wait till you see my other stuff. Ladies, I got it all. I got the bikinis. I got the leggings. I got all other kind of stuff. The mask. Just check it out. You won't be disappointed, okay? Love you guys. Take care. Be safe out there. And if you got any questions, reach out to me. Make sure you join that email list and subscribe to the channel. Take care and see you later. Bye-bye.